G'day mate and welcome to Oxford Not Included with me, JD. Today I'm going to cover some advanced ranching techniques for hatches. So the first thing we need to understand about hatches, which you will dig up wild on the map, is how to contain them before you actually have a rancher up and trade. So hatches can jump up to 2 tiles high, and they can also jump a 1 tile gap. A little baby hatchling, which doesn't actually turn into a full-blown hatch till they're 5 cycles old, cannot jump over anything. They can't jump any gaps, they can't even jump over 1 tile gap. If I remove this tile, we can see this poor little hatch is now stuck inside this little area, and as we can see from this hatch, with his show navigation, he can't actually jump up to where Stinky is. Same point, Stinky can't actually get down. So, hatches, we actually have 4 subspecies of hatches. We have our standard hatch. On top of that, we have a stone hatch. So to get a stone hatch, we have to feed a normal hatch sedimentary rock to increase the chance of getting a stone hatchling egg. At the same time, if we feed the hatch dirt, we have our increased chance of getting a sage hatchling. Now, a sage hatchling, basically it's dirt, slime, algae, fertilizer, polluted dirt, and food. Not highly recommended. Really, really not highly recommended. Personally, I've never really used them. There's lots of other uses for your food, and polluted dirt is pretty effective at being eaten by the roe, I think they're called now, the little crab things. From our stone hatch. So a stone hatch is the most common actually hatch you'll find around the map, or in most people's bases. Most people domesticate stone hatches rather than normal hatches because they can eat sedimentary rock, igneous rock, obsidian, and granite. They're all items you can have a lot of laying around the map. On top of that, if you wish to get a smooth hatchling, so a smooth hatchling's the last subvariant of hatches. If you feed them metals, so copper, gold, iron, or wolframite, you can actually get a smooth hatchling. So smooth hatchling has the advantage of, if you feed them raw metals, they'll actually excrete refined metals in its place. It's the only type of hatch that doesn't actually output coal. All the others output coal, and they all output coal at basically 50% of what they take in. So it's something you need to take into consideration, that if you feed them a ton of sedimentary rock, you're going to get about 500 kilos worth of coal back out. The hatches are very, very effective at giving you enough coal to run coal generators for early game and even all the way through to late game. Along with that, they're a great source of meat to keep your duplicates happy. If we bring Stinky down here, so I've actually set up 2 ranches here. Now, every ranch requires a grooming station, a critter feeder, and a critter drop-off to domesticate your animals. Critter drop-off, obviously to get the critters in the room. At the same time, you can also use the auto wrangle to make sure that they don't exceed their population. And do not go to the bathroom, Stinky, right there. I'm going to be very disappointed if you do. And you can also set your subtype. So I've set this one to only be hatches. Only hatches will be in this room. That way I can choose to feed them sedimentary rock to evolve them into stone hatches. At the same time, I've also set up this room to be exactly 96 tiles in size. Because it's 96 tiles in size, I can keep 8 hatches in here comfortably. I can't fit 9, and if I had 7, I'd actually have a little bit of room left over. Now, that includes alive hatches along with eggs. So what I've set up, and it's something I recommend in most people's bases, as soon as you have a Metatronix engineer, is put in an auto sweeper. Thanks, Stinky. You cannot be trusted. Set up a auto sweeper, and the reason this room is 9 tiles wide is that is the exact reach distance of an auto sweeper. So I can use this to sweep the whole room, every single tile that the hatches can excrete both coal and eggs on, and load it in the auto sweeper. So the auto sweeper is shipping out any coal. At the same time, it's also shipping out any eggs. So if any hatch happens to lay an egg in this room, it's automatically going to get picked up, shipped out, and that way I don't have to worry about it. At the same time, I also have a conveyor receptacle. Now, this is optional because hatches don't eat an extreme amount of food, but they do eat a reasonable amount of food. If you have a auto sweeper that's in range of, or even a manual conveyor loader, you can ship up to this room all your sedimentary rock, your igneous rock, whatever you're deciding to feed to your hatches, and have the auto sweeper move it from the receptacle into the actual critter feeder very, very quickly, very, very easily, completely automated. And that way, a duplicate only has to come in this room to spend time in the grooming station. The grooming station does require a duplicate to have Critter Ranching 1. So before you have Critter Ranching 1, you can't actually start domesticating your hatches. By all means, you can keep them wild. It's something that I would strongly recommend, actually, if you've got half the chance. Keep them wild. But at the same time, because this room is so small, Sticky doesn't have to wait too long for a hatch to come and be groomed. So it's only got, a couple of tiles in either direction it can be. So it makes Sticky's job a little bit easier, and also means hopefully he doesn't have to wait so long for the hatch to show up. The next option I have is also exactly 96 tiles wide. And if I zoom out a little bit, you can see that I've actually got a pneumatic door here which stops hatches or any sort of critters pathing through. And at the same time, I've got a tile above so hatches can't jump over it. This is the exact same setup I have over here, except much, much more compact. And if I set this to priority 9 and set this to priority... Hey you, Stinky. Come over here. Come do this one instead. If I set this priority nice and high, we can see that Sticky's going to have hatches pop up all the time. If he stays awake... Work time. All the time. There you go, Stinky. Hey you, stand up. You're doing a horrible job, Stinky. So yeah, if Stinky's in this room, because there is absolutely no room for the hatches to move, even though they do not have the overcrowded debuff, because they're actually in a room that is 96 tiles wide. They read the whole room area, which is the fully enclosed room, even though, as I said, I've got this little block in here that means they don't have far to wander. Also means my auto sweeper can cover all these tiles. In the same story, I've got a conveyor loader here shipping out all the eggs, along with all the consumable ore, and I've got a receptacle to bring new materials in. The auto sweeper can reach both of them, and we can get, there you go, there's an egg being shipped out right now from this room. So, these are both very, very efficient rooms. We've got some coal shipping out as well. And as I said, I'm literally just shipping them all to another spot where duplicates can sort them out later. I actually ship all my eggs out to a hatchery where I will just breed baby hatches that honestly I don't even have to feed because they won't starve for the first 5 cycles. Once they evolve into a full-blown hatch, that's the point where I will probably end up either moving them into an established stable, or sometimes even just evolve them straight to their media form. Anyway, that's it for this tutorial. I just want to show off these 2 alternatives you have for a stable for a hatch. At the same time, I wanted to give you guys an idea of how to set these up from early game. You can build these very, very early game, and then when you get the advanced Metatronics Engineer, you can put in auto sweepers to automate a lot of the duplicate labor to cut down on the amount of time that duplicates need to spend in here bringing out eggs and all those sorts of things. That's it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you like the video, click the like button. If you want to see more videos like this to help you with your Oxygen Not Included playthroughs, by all means click the subscribe button because we're going to be covering some other critters in the next upcoming episodes. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.